Are we ready to get started?
How many of you are coming from this region?
Myself, as far as I know. Nobody else said they were going to show up.
You want to come in and grab a seat? Just a minute here, we're going to kick off with our welcome video.
I don't know what I should say.
And if everyone else wants to come on in and find a seat.
Hi, I'm Mayor Melissa Holland, and welcome to the City of Palm Coast Tech Beach Hackathon. Take the time to get to know our city. Get out and about. We have 125 miles of connected trails. We have a beach right in our backyard. Lots of things for the participants to come and enjoy and fall in love with. A lot of Fortune 500 companies are utilizing hackathons as a way to create outputs for their corporate environment.
So it is unique that a municipal government, in this case the City of Palm Coast, is holding a hackathon. I think that tells you a lot about our culture of innovation, our desire to problem solve, and our capability at this point to move initiatives forward.
The City of Palm Coast is working hard on building an ecosystem that supports technology jobs and the jobs of tomorrow coming to Palm Coast.
We thought a great idea, working with our Innovation Council. Everyone on our council had utilized Salesforce as a mechanism. Again, these are Fortune 500 companies. These are CEOs that are sitting around the room, understanding the value of this platform. So Salesforce, Hackathon, a natural extension to all of our strategies that we've developed here in Palm Coast. What's great about it is we're dealing with real-world problem in healthcare. So these hackers will be able to come in and really be able to accelerate a lot of issues that our hospital healthcare system across the world is facing. We'll be able to actually create solutions right here in our City of Palm Coast.
Good evening. I want to welcome everyone and thank you so very much for coming out for the first, hopefully of many, Palm Coast Tech Beach Hackathon. We have, I believe, 87 registered participants for this weekend. It's going to be an amazing weekend of innovation and excitement as we watch people solve problems relevant in the technology and medical field. We have a great list. We'll let Don talk about the end of mentors, of fantastic sponsors, of distinguished guests. And it is my great privilege now to introduce our Mayor, Melissa Holland, the energy maker behind our first Tech Beach Hackathon.
Thank you.
that. I am Mayor Melissa Holland, and thank you for coming into our now, hopefully similar to what you experience when you go to a Dreamforce. We want to create that creativity for the next 2 days for you to actually focus on real problems that the healthcare industry is experiencing today. What's exciting about the Tech Beach Hackathon is happening right here in our downtown. So why in our downtown? You are sitting in the middle of our innovation district. Our innovation district was created by the city of Palm Coast. I'm excited to have 2 of our council members here tonight. We have Vice Mayor Nick Klufis, as well as Council Member Bob Cuff. This is just the part of the team that synergized this moment. We made a very, very, very concise strategic plan a few years back, and we wanted to be known and recognized within the medical industry, promoting technology and innovation. We wanted to be different. We wanted to be unique. We wanted to understand the power of that technology. So what you'll hear tonight is a lot of our collaborative stakeholders that now have made that investment, that next step. This is the launch pad of what we're going to experience for years to come in the city of Palm Coast. We're excited not only to have our speakers here tonight, but we're excited to all the participants that have selected to come in for this competition and actually help us better solve actually that patient experience. So we're looking forward to hearing about your solutions. We're hoping that you find it a comfortable environment, and we're hoping you'll spread the word and come back next year as we grow this one event to something that is absolutely transformative, not only here in Palm Coast, not only in the region of Northeast Florida, not only in the state of Florida, but the United States and outside of that. And so I'm very proud to be able to introduce our next speaker tonight. President Szymanski, I will tell you, I met him not too long ago. He came to Jacksonville as the new head of the University of North Florida to once again transform this institution into something unique. And when I first met him, I'll never forget this. First of all, he said he's very competitive, so it was a natural kindred spirit, as am I, and as are many people in the room tonight. But was really quite unique was the fact that he had said to me that he likes to do things that makes that university system very unique and the best in what they do. And that is what the University of North Florida is driving today. So I'm not going to take his 5 to 45 minutes, but I really want him to share some exciting news as well as the proposal that is in front of the legislature today that will truly transform, make this a reality, that medical innovation and technology hub that we are driving right here in our downtown. President Szymanski, thank you.
Well, it's certainly an honor to be here, and it's certainly a pleasure to get to know Mayor Holland. Obviously, you who live here are very fortunate to have her as your mayor. She brings lots of enthusiasm, lots of passion. She makes things happen. And so it's a pleasure getting to know you, and it's a pleasure to know you. And it's a pleasure to think about the partnerships that we're going to move forward as we get to know each other even better. So I came to UNF about 19 months ago or so. And part of it, and what we talked about, is making us uniquely UNF. It's about thinking about doing things that no one else in the country is doing. How can we define ourselves? How can we distinguish ourselves? How can we create a differentiation strategy? Just as you are going to do over the next couple of days. How can you make it different? How can you think in ways that no one else has thought about before? And for us, one of the things that we thought about, because we live in Jacksonville and you look at our region, is really around healthcare. It's really a phenomenal region with respect to healthcare. The care providers that we have, not only in True Health, but we also have the Brooks of the world in terms of rehabilitation. We think about counseling. But then we think as an academic institution, it's more than just a healthcare professional. How can we bring people together from different disciplines to really satisfy the workforce needs of tomorrow, which also includes analytics, it also includes engineering, it also includes computer science, it also includes sociology and psychology, and even philosophy when you think about ethics. And it even includes English when you think about storytelling and how to tell the medical history and the medical stories of individuals. And so one of the ideas that we came up with is something I call the medical nexus, which is geared to transforming how we teach and how we learn in the future. It's about bringing together all these different functional areas together to solve a real problem. The problem is HR. The problem is the workforce of tomorrow. How do we create a workforce that is uniquely prepared to solve the world's problems? And how can we integrate the people from the professions into the curriculum? So it's about creating a seamless, essentially, classroom. And we're looking at the learning dimension of it, but then there's two more dimensions. How can we be leaders in healthcare? How can we bring people together like we're doing here today to solve problems? To think about the leading edge issues, to think about the next G7, G8, or whatever it may be, bringing people to Florida and combating the world's problems, like opioid addiction, for example. And then the third component of this is really around innovation. So we have a new innovation and entrepreneurship center that we created in Jacksonville, in which 20% of the people who are participating in the programs are really doing things in the healthcare area. But it's how can we create what you're creating here today? And that is, how can you think about solving problems, taking on the challenges, thinking about technology, and how can you take medtech and advance different fields? So it's an exciting time for us as an institution. We're excited to partner with Palm Coast. We're excited to partner with Daytona State University. You'll hear from their president in just a moment. Great, exciting times. We're excited about partnering with Advent Health to make Palm Coast the really success story in Florida. My wife and I drove through here a couple different times, and every time we come through here, we go, this is such a nice area to live in. And by the way, as we drove down this today, it's a much warmer place to live in, even if we come from Jacksonville. So we love it. So we're gonna adopt it as our second city. But it is a phenomenal place. It has so much potential. For those of you who are new to the area, coming in to do the hackathon, find some time to enjoy it and take it in. But thank you for what you're doing, because it's that bringing together of young minds and talents that are really going to transform our society and transform healthcare. So I wish everybody the success that they deserve. I know you get prize money. I told the mayor, I said, I don't want any of you, if you're a student, I don't want you quitting school now. Once you win this prize, and kind of moving on, go back to school, get your degree, all those kinds of things. But it is bringing people together from diverse backgrounds and truly making a difference. And so everyone in this room is a difference maker. And so I want to congratulate you on what you're doing. I want to congratulate you on your achievements. I want to wish you the best of luck in terms of the members of the hackathon over the next several days. With that, I'll sit down, but I really want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. And again, I look forward to seeing you in different venues and different forums, and I get to see you as you continue your careers and continue your path and truly be the difference makers of tomorrow. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here to share a few words. Thank you, Mayor Holland, for inviting me today. As we enjoy a strong economy here in Palm Coast, Flagler County, and throughout Florida, it's important to look at the future. Growth in the healthcare industry accounts for 1 in 7 new jobs in the United States and continues to be a huge economic driver in our area. We depend on technology development to not only meet demand and create successful businesses, but to change and save lives. I don't need to tell you that the medical technology is making immense strides in everything from accuracy of diagnosis to surgery to maintenance of medical records. Like everything else in our society, healthcare is becoming more customized and mobile, with technology used to make treatment more accurate, timely, and customized. A few examples. Google recently developed an AI system that detects lung cancer more accurately than a human radiologist. The journal Digital Medicine featured an AI platform that can detect cardiovascular disease from a wearable wrist vital sensor. Researchers have even used AI to diagnose schizophrenia in patients using speech recognition and MRI. These technologies extend to the distribution of pharmaceuticals, telehealth systems, and that use portals, texting, and remote monitoring to communicate between patients and doctors, and the incorporation of natural language processing to allow rapid voice-to-text dictation. It's just amazing, and it's moving at light speed. At Daytona State College, we offer 20 degrees and certificates in the healthcare field, including nursing, dental hygiene, medical assistant, surgical technology, physical therapy assistant, and radiography, to name a few. Over 400 of our graduates will, out of the healthcare are in the nursing area, from certificates to AS degrees to the BSN. And they're all backed with a lot of technology to make their work possible. We've invested millions of dollars in labs, simulators, community clinics, and teaching spaces. We have simulation labs with 15 model humans that experience every variety of medical ailment, and even one that gives birth to a simulator baby. It's just amazing. Yes. Yeah. In the past year, we invested $300,000 to address the need for optician technology, and now train students to manufacture glasses right here on campus. In our dental clinic, our students learn to use CAD scanners to model and manufacture a crown in 1 hour, a process that used to take 2 weeks. New discoveries in medical technologies revolutionizing medicine, and the pace of change is exponential. Opportunities are abound for the technologists, computer scientists, and engineers to develop platforms and tools that will fundamentally impact human life. With our campus in Palm Coast, we are excited to be part of the training of the next generation of healthcare problem solvers and leaders. We're excited about the University of North Florida coming in and the MedNex and how we can partner with them and really create some synergy there. So we're thrilled to see so many people interested in exploring and inventing the next level of medical treatment and prevention. Thank you for participating in this exciting competition. Good luck and enjoy the next couple days. Thank you.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Mayor Holland, Mr. Morton, for allowing me an opportunity to come back home. Some of you may or may not know I'm a Flagler County resident, even though I'm a Tallahassee bureaucrat. But my name is Jay Maliva, for those that don't know me, and I have the distinct privilege and honor to be the Chancellor of K-12. And when I had an opportunity, and I've been talking to Mayor Holland about some of the excitement and the buzz and energy happening in Palm Coast, it's something that gets me excited about. And having an opportunity to come here and see this vision being played out firsthand, something I wasn't going to miss. So thank you for making sure I knew this. So I've never been to a hackathon. How many people, this is your first ever hackathon? Because I can't be the only one. So for you veteran hackers, if one of you could hack into my phone, I have about a 200-page PowerPoint I'd like to project. But in all seriousness, what gets me excited about this and in the work that I do, I get to travel a lot of school districts. I get to travel to a lot of different communities. There's about 2.8 million students in the state of Florida and growing, over 4,000 schools. And we want to set that vision of alignment. We want to set that vision where students enter into a school system where it's clearly aligned that even if they're starting in pre-K, it's seamless to kindergarten, it's seamless in the middle school, it's seamless in the high school. And then some of our students are going to go into many different directions. Some of them are going to go to higher ed, some are going to go to state college, current technical programs. All of that needs to be aligned, and it starts with that vision. And we're really lucky here in the state of Florida that Governor DeSantis, one of the first things that he did when he took office was asking us to really examine what does that alignment look like and how do we set some very big, bold goals. And when Governor DeSantis took office, he signed Executive Order 1931, and I don't know if anybody's following that, but that started with just kind of an audit and asked us, say, what are we doing in workforce readiness? And he set the goal of saying, we're going to be number one in the nation in workforce readiness as a state by 2030. And I can tell you as a practitioner, that got me excited because that meant we get to really look at what we're asking kids to do and making sure that they're aligned to set up students for success. And it's not just success in post-secondary outcomes or success in reaching attainment, but just to be successful in life. That's something that gets me excited. But I can also tell you as a parent who has 2 kids in the public school system, right here, even in Flagler County, a 10th grader and a 5th grader, this gets me excited that we're creating systems that are gonna get them where they can attain a high-wage job and have the skills necessary to be successful right here in Flagler County, right here in the state of Florida, and not have to move to other states because I'm a little selfish and want to keep my babies at home. So when we start setting those goals that we're going to be #1 in workforce readiness, the way we reach that goal starts with a vision. Look at this table right now. We have local government, university system, state college system, school district, and business community, all at the same table saying, we're all in, we're gonna do this together, and our end product is not only gonna make Flagler County grow on the map, it's gonna make Florida better, but it's gonna make the lives around all of us better. So being a part of this is something that I'm excited about, so thank you for the strong vision, and thank you for letting me come here and see firsthand about what you're doing, so that as I go on my journeys throughout the state, I can say, I think there may be a secret in some of the formula and the sauce that you have here, and we wanna make sure that we replicate this throughout the state, so thank you.
Good evening. I'm Lynette Schott. I'm the Executive Director of Student and Community Engagement with the Flagler School District. I did bring some written guidelines for myself, not because I have a 45-minute speech for you, but because I was told to keep it under 5 minutes. And when I speak about things that I'm passionate about, there may be some people on this stage that know that I can go way past 5 minutes. So I'm going to try and stick to that and communicate that passion and that vision and how that aligns with the incredible leadership we have here in the city of Palm Coast. Vitality, energy, and vibrancy exist in environments where there is no hesitation to look beyond what is to what can be, and where leadership is fearless and bold to remove barriers and sometimes move mountains to guide their organizations into a future that is meaningful and powerful. That is an innovative culture, not an innovative initiative. And there is a huge difference between the two. And I can say very strongly that there are a lot of people on this stage up here that are those bold, fearless leaders that are very determined to bring an innovative culture to our community. And I am very proud to be a part of that. Thank you for asking me to be a part of it. Flagler School District has a history of a culture of innovation. We were the first district in Florida to be one-to-one with technology, making sure that we had laptops in the hands of our 7th through 12th graders and iPads in the hands of our kindergarten through 6th graders that they were able to bring home, that they were able to use on a regular time. This is not an initiative, it's just who we are. And then our Classroom to Careers flagship program is deeply embedded in our culture and defines innovation. Across Florida and across this nation, you will find that career training is often focused at the high school level, with some dabbling into the middle school level. We made the decision about 6 years ago that we needed to build career pathways that started in kindergarten and provided opportunities to travel that path all the way to high school and post-secondary. We wanted to make sure our students had the opportunity to explore, grow, and succeed. Spend those elementary years exploring what is possible in that career pathway, spend those middle school years starting to grow in that pathway, and making sure we had opportunities at the high school level through dual enrollment and credentials that matter to succeed in that level. And I do have to make sure that I mention, it was through the initiative of our very visionary superintendent at the time, Mr. Jacob Oliva. He started that initiative, and we've had a lot of support to continue that. Those initiatives were built on public, private, community, and philanthropic partnerships. And make no mistake, that is the future of education. Those partnerships have to occur to make sure that we are moving in the direction that is providing what our community's needs and demands are, not what we think you need, but what you tell us that you need. These pathways were directly aligned with those and often came about from requests from our community. Some great examples, we just started this year a heavy equipment credentials certification program because our construction and our excavation companies came to us and said, we are not going to have the heavy equipment operators we need in several years. The average age of our operators are in their 50s, they are retiring, and there is no talent pipeline coming that way. Please start a flagship that will provide that. We are so excited to say that that flagship started this year. We have our initial classrooms going through that, including high school students out of our construction tech programs, training alongside adults who will be ready to go into that world in a very short period of time with their credentials. Our fire leadership flagship came from the same area. Our fire leadership fire people came to us from our multiple municipalities and said, we want our local talent here in the near future. We now have a fire leadership flagship academy. We're training high school students who are sitting for their fire training and fire certification when they graduate from high school. We do wait and let them do live fires after they graduate. We were so excited this past year as our first set of graduates walked into Career Paths and were hired at $35,000 or more with zero debt and able to walk straight out of high school into that. One of our latest flagships is our medical flagship. It actually started originally at the elementary school and has now been embedded in Flagler Palm Coast High School, which is just down the road, where our students will be walking through that flagship and able to exit with credentials in a multitude of areas, phlebotomy trained, EKG trained, doing dual enrollment with our Flagler Technical Institute, and we're able to bridge and partner into many of our post-secondary organizations such as UNF and Daytona State College to go on into those bachelor degree programs and meet a very high demand area here in our own community. We have 21 flagships that are aligned with our career demands. We cannot build and sustain a strong and innovative school system without like-minded partners. The City of Palm Coast has been a natural fit as a meaningful and vibrant partner, not only collaborating with us in our classrooms, but being a driver to create meaningful partnerships and opportunities for our students. They recently partnered with our I3 flagship, which is a magnet school within Flagler Palm Coast High School, designed around project-based learning and problem solving. It draws those kids who are very, very in tune with entrepreneurship and looking to be problem solvers and those futurist type of personalities to help design some ideas in a competitive atmosphere for what town center might look like. So we are very, very excited to be a part of this innovative hackathon and be considered a strong partner that helps develop our community and build that innovation district and that innovation mentality that drives us into the future. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joanne King, and I work with Healthcare Advisory Services with Coastal Cloud. And some of you are looking at me and scratching your heads because you know me from a previous role. Prior to joining Coastal Cloud, I did work with Advent Health and had the pleasure of serving in their administration team for many years before I got my head in the clouds and joined Tim and Sarah to do something different. But I bring to Coastal Cloud and the tech world that healthcare experience. Some of you may know I actually started my professional career as a hospice social worker, working with patients with terminal illness. So being from the front lines to moving into different areas of hospital administration, have kind of seen it all. I was around when we used to document on something called paper and paper charts, and when we first went to electronic medical records and such. And I remember when we first trained nurses on electronic health records, we actually had some nurses quit because it was such a foreign technology. My primary care physician told me she has never documented any paper record. Her entire professional career has been electronic. So the industry has really changed. There's lots of exciting technology in healthcare, but there are a lot of silos too, and a lot of gaps. I'll bet everybody in this room has used the healthcare system at some point in your life. How many people in this room have been in the healthcare system and had to fill out the same paperwork over and over again? How many have had your records lost, or you've had your physician not know what other services you've received? We're disconnected. We live in a world of silos, and we need to bring that together. The electronic health records that we use now, they're wonderful, but they're all about the transactions. They're really focused on what we do to you in the healthcare system. what tests we give you, what procedures we do to you, what medicine we give you. And what's missing is the engagement and the relationships. And that's where I'm really excited to be in the technology space now and working with groups like Coastal Cloud and working with products like the Salesforce Health Cloud product that is all about the engagement. It's about bringing people together. It's about connecting your information with the right people at the right place at the right time. And not just about what we do to you or what boxes we have to check to get paid or to get our insurance company to approve our procedure. So this is happening, and I think as we talk about this, what can we do, as Melissa alluded to create a more personalized healthcare experience, to where you are actively engaged in your healthcare, your providers know you, and are part of that decision-making together. We all have, or we all will be, healthcare consumers, right? If you haven't experienced that, you will, and we are all involved in making that a better place. Who are the hackers in the room? If you're a hacker, if you would stand or wave or something, hackers represent, be proud. So let's give them a hand. And I want to kind of address this to you guys and gals who are out there personally. When I made the transition from working in a direct healthcare provider like Advent Health to coming to a technology company, I had friends and family ask me if I was going to miss being in patient care. And I pushed back and said, I'm still doing patient care, just in a different way. We're all affecting patient care, and I want you to know that you're affecting patient care. You're affecting people from the time, it might be from the time you first hold your baby, to the time you might hold your loved one's hand for the last time, and everything that happens in between. What can you do this weekend? Help create systems that bring us together and that help us provide the care and compassion that we would want for ourselves and those we love the best. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.
That is a hard group to find. I'm the geek assignment at the end. Yes, my name is Tim Hingel. Sarah and I started Coastal Cloud 7 years ago this month, basically. You're probably saying happy birthday. We're a local, for those that don't know, we're a local technology company here in Palm Coast. We moved here about 10, 12 years ago from the Washington, D.C. area and haven't looked back. And part of our vision here was, you know, we're IT people. We can work from anywhere. Why not work from a beautiful place and enjoy a great quality of life? And to me, it's, you know, our little piece of this overall recipe that I think Melissa worked up in her head somehow, and pulled all of us together. You know, the bottom line is, you know, technology is the enabler for so much of our lives these days, and it can help solve great problems, but it also has the flexibility to do it from great places. So we have loved Palm Coast. When we started, you know, it was just the two of us. I worked for Sarah from day one, still do. And now we're 200 people. We are what's called a Salesforce technology consulting partner, which means we help configure Salesforce for clients around the world. We're now in the top 2% of Salesforce partners in the world from little old Palm Coast. It shows you what's possible, but it also shows you, you know, the impact it can have. I mean, we found incredible talent here. Some that we found locally, some have moved here. We've been able to do our part to reward all of these people, all of you technology folks in an incredibly competitive field. Great demands like healthcare in general. So you demand a lot of pay. We pay 3 times the county average in Palm Coast, and it's really, that's not about us, that is where the state and market is for these kind of skills. And we get excited about how, you know, we've made a small little impact on the community here, but initiatives like this, MedNext, I mean, it's just, you know, stunning. And again, somehow Melissa pulled all that together. So we're excited to be a part of this and making it happen. Thank all of you that made, you know, the trip to be here. You know, it's always weird to do these things for the first time and how they're really going to work. And I cannot believe what Matt's team pulled together to make this happen. Apparently there's Tim the Manatee running around somewhere. I think, oh, shit, I don't want to know. But, you know, it's great. And I think what the biggest takeaway to me is, you know, you can do this sort of innovation anywhere. Why not do it at the beach? And particularly a community that can marshal the combined resources to make it happen. In Washington, D.C., we could never pull something like this off. But here, we've got leaders from every facet of our lives, and it's the combination of those skills, the public-private partnerships, the educational aspect, the healthcare aspect, the city. It's just hard to make that happen anywhere. And I think we're in a special place. It's a small enough community you can actually make it happen, and you can make it happen at speed. And I think that what y'all are about to do next today is a great example of that. Thanks for being part of it, and I think it's just the beginning of a great future ahead. So thank you all for making that. Don's gonna come up. Don will actually get over.
I just wanted to mention also, Representative Renner really wanted to be here tonight. He was just texting me, so I would be remiss if I did not mention our legislative delegate, who he just said is actively working on getting MedNex into a reality right here in our community. So we're grateful for all of our stakeholders and collaborative partnerships, but we're really grateful, frankly, for a lot of hard work that went into this initiative. Our city manager came in and hit the ground running in an extraordinary manner and didn't stop and really demanded excellence. And his team that he has assembled is just so excited about this moment, and to walk the halls of City Hall and feel that excitement is really, frankly, quite inspiring. So I get to represent a community I love every day, but I also get to work for a great organization that frankly, you will never understand how hard these people work. I have watched Don Cooley madly, can I say this, for the last several days, not sleep, not eat. I think Matt was forced to feed him the other day. But to put all this together, so I know Don has a few remarks that he wants to make, and also the next steps, right? We have a whole beach out there. We have a whole selfie area that we want to make sure that everybody, before they leave here tonight, gets something to take home, and right here at the Tech Beach Hackathon. So also don't forget to go out and enjoy some food truck events, as well as some music and some games that are out there. And Don's going to talk a little bit about thanks to all of our sponsors to make this happen. Thank you.
So I don't really like to talk, so I'm going to make it really short. To everybody's point up here, it takes a village or a community to put this kind of thing together. And I'll tell you, there's hundreds of hours from our sponsors, from city staff and everybody, and to all of which I'm very thankful. So just to mention a few of our sponsors, because I think it's really important. Coastal Cloud, University of Northern Florida, Advent Health, Flagler Schools, Chimento Dwyer Hotel Grant, Palm Coast Arts Foundation, Be My App, Daytona State College, Blackthorn, Hammock Beach, Hilton Garden Inn, Mist Wireless, I'll explain that again, Flagler Youth Orchestra, Walmart, Paradise Landscaping, Klein Construction, Red Bull, the Rotary. The list goes on. I could go here for hours about the people who helped put this together. There are a lot of things that are going to happen throughout this, and we want to make sure that you guys get the experience. We have rooms set up through the whole City Hall on the first floor. I encourage you to go around and look at some of the things we put together. We partnered with the Flagler County Education Foundation, Flagler County Schools, and we created a workspace over in the main work area. And this is kind of an innovative space, and we wanted to showcase what they bring to the table and what they're teaching and using to help our youth grow and be innovative. We have a bus out here, and I don't know where he went, Joe Rizzo, who's going to show me how to work it. You guys can all go through there, and it's a very cool, innovative space. And like the mayor says, we have a beach out there. We have a great band. We have food. We have a wireless system in here. It's a state-of-the-art wireless system that we're actually demoing by Mist Wireless. I put this together. So if you go to Tech Beach Wireless right now, you guys can log in and start using a private wireless IP just for this event. Let's see what else. So what we're going to do here shortly is the Be My App folks that we've had, Patrick, He's going to come up here and he's going to start talking about some of the challenges. He's going to start helping with team formation and ideation for all the competitors, and we're going to start getting this kicked off. But we want people to get up, we want them to network and all those things. So if you want to stay around and look at what the Be My App team is doing with all the competitors and things, we can encourage you to do so. But we also want you to take advantage of all the amenities that we have prepared for you. And I want to thank everybody for being here.
At this time, we would like to invite our distinguished guests and our guests out here to come on out to the beach area. Mayor Holland would like to have you come listen to the band and come visit and network. So thank you.